goodness. It's Thursday night. Thursday night football is going on. And the motherfucking Cleveland Browns are
what's going on?
winning against the Pittsburgh Steelers in the snow. I just want everybody to know, hell might have frozen over. It might have. I mean, it's a rivalry game, division rivalry game, but still, I didn't expect this. So,
I actually wanted the Steelers to lose this game. So,
of course you did.
I'm serious.
Of course you did.
Makes it easier for the Chiefs, man.
It's kind of wild. It's a good, good solid defensive game right now. So, but if you didn't know, this is the Cave. I'm Big Temp. That's Big Mike. And man, it's been a wild week. Mike, it's been a wild week. I don't know how to feel right now because, as a Chief fan, I'm just kind of I'm kind of spoiled, I guess I'm kind of spoiled
it's been almost 2 years since the Chiefs have lost, y'all.
It ain't been 2 years. It ain't been 2 years.
I know, I'm just playing. It's been almost a year though.
Yeah, another thing I want to say about since last December. It was last December when we lost against the Raiders. So, I mean, yeah, we're kind of spoiled in that sense. But what's funny about this is here at the Cave, we talked about this last week on our show. And, and we talked about it the week before because when the Broncos played the Chiefs, we did say, hey, it is a possibility the Chiefs lose one of these two games. We said that. It's a possibility the Chiefs want to lose one of these two games. And I said we're either going to lose one against Denver or we're going to lose one against Buffalo.
Hi, John.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little weird.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little anxious, a little nervous, a little scared.
Sure.
Yeah.
Describe that. Why? How come?
Well, the Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs last night.
Bills beat the Chiefs last night.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, thanks.
No offense.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's their Super Bowl. They got the Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, it's a situation where every year in the regular season we beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and it feels good. It feels like like we're a real football team.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then what happens, John?
And then a couple months later, every year in the divisional round or the AFC Championship, Perfect Patrick and Cool Kelsey beat us in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they build us up just to tear us down.
Yeah.
It's like you get all excited. It's like, oh, cool, you're making out with a girl. And then, you get to second base and you don't know how to unhook the brassiere. That's what it's like being a Buffalo Bills fan, not being able to unhook the brassiere.
Is it like that? Is that a good analogy? I'll take it. Let's say I'll take it for now. Yeah, it's almost like you get that little bit of hope.
A little bit of hope.
It's almost like they're dangling a carrot.
We're playing hard. We're playing good football. Yeah. Smart, systematic football. Josh Allen is looking great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah. Those big, strong thighs. He's running over people.
Cute.
Yeah. Josh Allen now has more rushing touchdowns for the Buffalo Bills than O.J. Simpson.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Everyone knows O.J. Simpson.
Did O.J. hold?
I've heard of him.
Oh, everyone knows O.J. Simpson. He's a football hero and nothing else.
I thought he was just an actor. I didn't know he played football.
He's a football hero and nothing else. He was acquitted.
Hey,
Enough.
He was a good friend
Enough.
of
He was
mine.
acquitted.
No.
He was guilty of stealing all of that paraphernalia from the hotel room, right?
And he served. And he served his nickel.
And there were consequences, just as a reminder, Joe.
Orenthal James Simpson is a football hero. Enough said. We can move on.
It won't be both of them. I mean, and we were correct, right? We did not think it was going to be both of them. Simple as that. So, what I want to say is this. I am okay with a loss. Was going undefeated, something that had started, becoming, a part of the mystique and maybe the aura of the Chiefs that it could possibly happen on the way to a three-peat? As a fan, you do think about it. But if I'm looking at this critically, I don't give a fuck about it. Here's why. In the grand scheme of things, the only thing that matters to me is doing something that I know no other team has done in the Super Bowl era, and that's three-peat. That's the only thing I care about. I have to look at it that way. It would have been nice. It would have been cool. It would have been something to actually throw on top of that, and have it, as extra.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah,
Icing on the cake.
It would have been nice, but let's be
cherry on
real.
top.
Yeah, let's be real. That is not the end all be all. We understand that this is not the thing that our eyes are set on. The prize is not that. The prize is to three-peat. And let's be real. Buffalo, every time we play Buffalo in the regular season, we lose to them.
Yeah, they're 4-1 against the Chiefs in the regular season.
And every time we play Buffalo and lose in the regular season, we do pretty good against them in the playoffs. I mean,
hey, remember,
I'm just saying.
We'll probably touch on this, but remember when I was calling you? Remember when I was calling you about on the phone that day? What I was talking about?
Yeah.
After that, we probably gonna touch on it, but
yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. We expected this, and the thing about it is, I don't know if, as a Chief fan, if you still can't feel good about this season, because you really can. You're 9-1. You lead the AFC as far as the number one seed. It is only by a half a game, but your schedule kind of is in your favor compared to the other team that's leading the AFC or is in second place in the AFC, which would be Buffalo, because their schedule is a lot tougher. So I'm just thinking as far as the positive, point of view, I have to understand and say to myself, I think we still have the opportunity, we still have the upper leg for now, and looking at it, saying, hey, look, we can still be the number one seed at the end to still be able to get that bye, which is important come playoff time. So if you guys if you haven't, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I want to say thank you to everybody. We have surpassed our 1,000 subscriber mark. We're still pushing numbers. I want to say this week alone, I think we've gotten 30 subscribers here within the last 3 days, which is cool. I mean, appreciate you guys.
I'll take it. Appreciate it, man.
So we've pushed past that, and it could not have been possible without the people who have actually stopped and watched our videos and watched our content, and that's all because of you guys. So we want to say thank you guys. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button or the notification bell, please do that right away. It just lets you guys know when we put out new content. It doesn't cost you a dime. So I am watching this game tonight, Mike, and I'm gonna tell you, it's nothing like a snow game. It's nothing like a snow game, for real. So that stuff.
Yeah, I was actually hoping that the Steelers lose this game, because what's going to end up happening is when they play the Chiefs, especially if the Chiefs win, they gonna win against the Panthers. God damn it, there's no excuse. So beat the Panthers, and then let's say they end up losing to the Steelers. It doesn't really change anything per se, because the Steelers took that L.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they need to win against the Steelers, but it'd be better if they take this L today. So,
well, here's the deal. I don't know exactly what's going to happen in this game, but the closer this game is, and if it stays close like it is right now for the Browns and the Steelers, it does not bode well for the Steelers. I mean, yeah, they can still win the game, but you don't want to give a team confidence going down the stretch. You don't. So,
but that's the problem with the Steelers, though, is that they're iffy. Like people try to compare them to the Chiefs offensively. Come on, bro. The Chiefs, the Chiefs still average 25 points a game, bro. Stop.
I will say this: since Russell has been in that lineup, that offense
has gotten better.
It's better. It is very much.
Yeah, I agree.
they are dangerous, especially because of how good Russell is at throwing the deep ball, right? And he has guys that can actually go get the deep ball. Their running game is really good. I can't knock them for that. And their defense is outstanding, right? So the thing is that, you know, when it comes down to when it gets into crunch time, you know, I don't know how the Steelers are going to respond because, I mean, let's look at it, right? They played the Ravens the other week, right? And they wind up coming out on top in that game against the Ravens. But it wasn't a very high-scoring game at all, right? I think I want to say they won by, 2 points? And the thing about it is that the Ravens they pretty much put up points. You know, they score a lot of points. But this
they average like 30 points a game.
Yeah, this was not a big scoring game that they had. So, and when it comes down to it, yeah, the Chiefs don't score a lot of points, but they're going to make you have to score. You're gonna have to score. The Chiefs are going to put pressure on you to score.
I'll say this when people try to talk about the Chiefs offense. The Chiefs are still top 10 in offense, y'all.
And that's with missing pieces. That's with missing pieces.
And they're not firing. And look, I'll be the first to say it. Their offense is not firing on all cylinders. We know that. Like, but people are acting like Chiefs are like dead last in the NFL in offense or something like.
Exactly. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight, besides a couple of the things that are going on with the Chiefs, I did want to say something real quick, and I'm going to give props just because they continue to do it every week, and I want to give props to the Detroit Lions offense. I would be honest with you. Them boys,
offense is explosive.
They can score points and they're very explosive. And I will say they do probably have the best backfield in the NFL. Between those two running backs, Sonic and Knuckles, if you don't know, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Them two guys are the most dynamic backfield in the NFL to me. I don't know what you think, but I think they are. I think they're fantastic. So I want to give them some props. The Detroit Lions offense is great. And
if you're gonna give them some props, you gotta give that offensive line some props.
Oh, the offensive line might be the best offensive line overall.
Ain't no might. They are.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, because I'm kind of biased because I like my
our interior. I think our interior is better. I think our interior three are better, but like overall across the line, I think theirs is better overall.
I think they do have the best offensive line, but
their tackles are top. Like they got Penei Sewell, like, so that's one of the best tackles in the league. So
yeah, it's between him and Tristan Wirfs. Him and Tristan Wirfs might be the best tackles in the league. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's just me. But
I think Williams is. I think he's still in there. I think the problem is now this year is that
Trent.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The problem is that the 49ers don't look good. Like they're losing. They're losing. They've got the quarterback is now hurt now. I don't know if you heard about his shoulder.
I heard. Yeah, Purdy.
So obviously, he's not going to get the same kind of attention that he usually gets because their offense is not all that great right now.
Yeah,
so
it's not.
I still think he's easily top 3 though. Still.
Yeah, I tell you this, it's going to be interesting coming down the stretch here, man. It really is. So the NFC is stacked. It's a lot of good games still to be played. A lot of big games still left to be played. And, you know, like I said, I just wanted to give props to Detroit's offense because their offense looks so explosive. It really does. So
just real quick, you know what's crazy? I was just looking at Jared Goff's stats.
Yeah.
He has let me see. He has where'd it go? Oh, okay, it's right here. So he has 2,492 yards passing.
Yeah.
Mahomes is literally
the drink.
Mahomes literally has. Now keep in mind,
leftover donkey tears. I'm sorry.
This dude is childish. But no, keep in mind, Detroit offense is clicking way better than the Chiefs offense right now.
Yes, I will give that.
Mahomes is only down 88 yards passing on him. He's got 2404, and like Goff has like 20 touchdowns and like 9 picks. Mahomes obviously has less touchdowns. I think it's like 15 and 11 right now.
Yeah,
but it's just funny to me because before he threw that 5-pick game, he was like top 2 in MVP consideration. He was in that top 3.
Yeah.
And obviously the picks didn't help. So he's at like 29 touchdowns. But it's just funny. It's just funny how, if you really think about it, him and Mahomes' stats aren't really far off. Like if Mahomes goes out there against the Panthers and he throws 4 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, they're like right there. I'm gonna tell you right now, if he goes out there against the Panthers, there's really no excuse why the Chiefs need to blow this team out.
They need a game like this.
They need to blow this team out. If Mahomes goes out there and he throws about 4 touchdowns,
they need a game like this. You know, because here's the deal. With a game like this, what it does is it breathes new life back into the team, right?
Brings more confidence. Yeah.
It brings a little bit of confidence. A little swagger comes back a little bit. And I mean, if you're a Chief or Chief fan anyway, I don't believe losing to Buffalo is a thing that should really worry you. Like,
no,
I heard so much shit after the game.
Yeah, they was overreacting. Bro,
and I'm like, come on, guys. This is not
straight games, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, this isn't new. You guys act like this is something new that, Josh Allen is by far the best quarterback in the league. That was the new thing. Now it's Josh Allen is the best quarterback.
Yeah, bro, they've been glazing Lamar all year.
All year.
All year. He was doing something that had nobody ever did before.
Yeah.
Look at the pace that he's on. Bro, Josh, this is why I be talking about how they be disrespecting Lamar, and I get it. Yep. They've lost some games they shouldn't have. I get it. But the way they be glazing them other 2 quarterbacks,
it's kind of funny.
And then, like, it's just weird to me. Because, like, if you look at the numbers, bro, Lamar is having, and look, Joe Burrow is having a really good year, too.
Joe Burrow is having a really good year.
But honestly, I'm putting Lamar and Joe ahead of Josh Allen right now. If we talk about MVP consideration,
man,
because think about it. If Joe Burrow was winning, obviously he'd be actually in there.
Oh, they'd be talking about it for MVP. They would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, obviously he's not going to be in that conversation because of the winning. They're not going to make the playoffs. I think their season is over.
Yeah,
but Lamar gets disrespected on a consistent basis. It don't matter what this man has 25 touchdowns and 3 picks.
Yeah, like I said, this is how things work, man. It's like that.
And he's second in passing.
Yeah, and it's the saying, the new flavor of the month, right? Every time somebody does something, and this is what irritates me, I think, the most. And as a fan, I want you to understand, it's okay to root for your team and love your team and big up your team. That's not a problem. Trust me. What irritates me is how things can be easily, how should I say, skewed. Because what they do now it's Josh Allen.
Yeah, he do it on a week-to-week basis.
But you disrespect all these other quarterbacks, and I'm going to tell you, let Josh Allen lose a game to somebody he's not supposed to. Okay?
They ain't gonna say shit.
They won't do anything that tries to discredit him and this and that. But you notice how people don't really want to give Patrick his flowers. They always say, yeah, he's the best quarterback in our league right now, but he's not playing well. It's true. He's not playing well. On the offensive side, he is not playing to what we've known him as. But one thing I know, because I've seen it with my own eyes, playoffs get here, that ain't Patrick no more. That's Mr. Mahomes. because he's
they
coming.
don't.
He's coming. And you can say whatever you want about him. You can talk about how bad he's been. You said that shit last year, right? You disrespected him the year when we played the Eagles in the Super Bowl. That year, it was the Eagles were the best team in the league. He's never seen a pressure like this, right? Every time we face the number one defense in the damn Super Bowl or in a playoff game, what happens?
In the playoffs.
Yeah, what happens? When he faced last year, excuse me, in the San Francisco 49ers, it was the same thing. Had a better defense. Our offense wasn't really good. We weren't supposed to be anywhere in any of those games in the playoffs. We were supposed to lose against all these guys. The thing about it is you keep underestimating this guy. That man has ice water in his vein. And in the biggest moments, and that's what football is about, is moments. That dude is clutch. And we all know it. We've watched it. And I don't know what else y'all want from him.
Listen,
He can be bad. He can be bad right now, but I can guarantee you right now,
I think
Mahomes is still Mahomes, and you will understand it once the playoffs get here that he's not gonna play this safe because everything's on the line.
Dad, we've seen it. Listen. I'm gonna tell everybody this, man. What happens with Mahomes is when they take that L, that's when he flips the switch.
It's like a
because
trigger.
He did it last year.
Yeah, it's like a trigger.
Yeah, it's like a trigger. Man, listen. I keep telling people, I do think there's other factors when it comes to the offense of why I think Mahomes is playing the way he's playing. But
Left tackle.
You said what?
Left tackle.
Oh, well, yeah, I do think that's one of them.
Matt Nagy.
But listen, that's the main one. But outside of that, like I keep telling people, I think Mahomes is bored. He's bored. I think he's bored.
I think he's tired as well because you think about it, if you play that many games every year.
Oh yeah, I think more games than anybody. And I think he's like 5 years.
I think he's a little worn out. I can't deny that. I mean, he's human.
I definitely see that.
Plus, on top of that, I think he's had a kid every goddamn year for the last 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Hey, so that man,
his probably ain't not helping either.
Yeah, he's tired on the field.
You know what I've noticed?
And at home.
But you know what I've noticed? It's not because people focus so much on Travis and Kelsey or Travis and Patrick. But man, you know who else has kind of been letting off on the gas? Chris Jones.
You know, it's interesting.
And I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it like I'm bagging on Chris Jones because I love Chris Jones. But Chris Jones has not been Chris Jones. He hasn't. Now he comes through in certain moments. Like remember that last game when he at what was it, 4th down, and he got that pressure.
Yeah.
Because I think they ran the ball, if I remember right. And he blew that up.
He blew it up.
He completely blew that up. But I'm saying like even because they was talking about it at the thing, they was like, this team is not getting as many sacks.
Yeah,
as they were last year, and the defense is pretty much the same. Like the defensive line has not really changed. He said it's just really about executing.
It's the execution.
Those sacks because they're getting there. They're getting there. Like they've had opportunities to get sacks. They're just not executing those sacks when they get there.
Do you remember last year? Was it that we were getting a lot of sacks early, or did we really get a lot of sacks after Omenihu got on the field? Because you remember he was gone.
No, because even before that, we'll think about it. Even before Omenihu got there, they were like third in the league in sacks.
Okay, so it wasn't just because of it wasn't just
remember
because
Mike
of
Dana. Yeah, because remember Mike Dana was going off. And, Mike Dana's been hurt too.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Nandi's been out.
Yeah.
Nandi's been out. You know what I'm saying? So, and then our Charles did come later on, but even Karlaftis is not getting as many
pressures.
I think he played. Yeah, he's not getting as many sacks as he was last year. Like during this stage of the season. So
yeah. I think
they're all kind of just got their foot off.
I think they're. I think they're all a little tired because of how long this grind has been to get to this point, right? And they're halfway through this season now, right? So here's the deal. Even with that, there's other things that you have to take into consideration that are factors. One of those things, speaking of that, because we're talking about this, one of those things that is a factor is that I don't know if you heard this or not, but there was a security issue. The NFL issued a security alert, and this happened on Wednesday. Talking about organized skilled criminals who have been believed to be tied to the South America crime syndicate. So here's the deal. The reason why they're talking about this is because they're targeting pro athletes, and two of those people happen to be Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, whose homes were targeted and burglarized. I want to say it was back in October, and nobody really knew anything about it.
We didn't know about it until now.
And
I think it just came out like a week ago.
Yeah,
like
and so
like
I mean that can have a lot, especially as you're a man and you're gone a lot, especially with the way the Chiefs' schedule is, and you kind of worry about, especially if you got young kids at home and a wife, that could be very taxing. It can put a lot of stress on you, right? Now,
what? I never thought about that because they didn't come out with that until like a week ago.
Yeah, and that's
and
what
they might have did that for a reason.
Yeah, and so I think that is another thing that could be where Mahomes is, that kind of got in his head a little bit. Not saying that that's the reason why he's making any kind of, he's making mistakes or he's not playing as good this year, but you got to think about it. These are compounded things on top of being fatigued, playing a lot of games every year, year after year after year. The stress, or how should I say, the stressors of being considered the best team in the league or the best quarterback in the league, and trying to do something that nobody else has ever done before in the Super Bowl era, and that's win 3 Super Bowls. Plus you're all over TV. People want a part of you. They want a piece of you all the time, commercials, all this stuff. He's got a lot on his plate. I don't know how the man does it, to be honest with you. I really don't. So,
bro, the man is the face. Bro, the man is the face of the NFL, and it's not close.
So, I mean,
he is the NFL right now.
Yes, that has a lot to do with it, and I think that compounding all that on top of that can put a lot on you. So I just want to say, because last week when we watched the Buffalo game, we both sat right here. When Mahomes threw that first pick in the game, I'm like, what in the entire fuck are you doing?
We was both. You heard me. I was on his head. I was like, oh no. See that, and that's the thing. That's what separates us from a lot of people. Because like, bro, we ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. If Mahomes playing like dog shit, we gonna.
Yeah,
that was a dumb. That might have been one of the worst interceptions he's thrown.
I think that was a total lack of judgment. And I'm not a QB. I'm not a quarterback whisperer. I'm not a coach for fucking football. Nothing like that. I'm just a fan who I'm looking at this and I'm going, you just picked up 7 yards on first down. You just got this is the first.
Take the 2 yards, nigga.
Take the 2 yards. You don't need.
Take the 2 yards. It's 3rd and 1 or it's 2nd and 1.
We know Patrick. Patrick is trying to make things happen all the time, and that's the thing. But that was not the time to do it. It was the very first possession of the game. I didn't believe that risk was needed. So
it was the second play of the game.
Exactly.
The second play.
I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, there's no.
Like, and look, we know about Patrick's tackles. Look, we get it. But there was no excuse for that throw. You stepped up clean. Wasn't nobody there. You was at least getting a minimum of 2 yards.
Yeah.
So you take the 2 yards, you go down, and then you go on 2nd and 1. You get the ball to fucking Kareem. First down. Listen, don't do that shit. He better not do that shit again. He better not do that shit again.
Yeah, it's very maddening. So, with that being said, I will say this: Mahomes did try to alleviate that possession by scoring touchdowns later on in the game. The problem is that we didn't get the stops that we needed on defense. And I'll be honest, once
Third
again,
downs is killing us.
and to be honest, once again, what I think was still the biggest downfall for us in this game was the fact of executing when we needed to have it. There was a couple of possessions where we did not score and we needed to score, and we took precious minutes off the clock, and we gave the ball right back over to Buffalo, and you know, they were able to capitalize.
You know, one of the things that I said they should have did that they stopped doing.
What's that?
That Reed even said it was the first thing he said. He said, "I could have ran the ball a little bit more."
Yeah, that's true. They could have ran the ball a little bit more.
You know, and listen, when people bring up the fact, because I've even been saying this, I've been saying this about how I don't want Kareem getting 20 carries a game every game. Look, that's fine. Look, I stand by that. But if that's the case, bro, the problem that I have, and look, we still have a lot of games. So this is the point of the regular season.
Yeah,
you got other players to give the ball to.
We do need to give Steele
you
a
gotta
chance.
Get these players in. Yeah, you gotta get these players involved. You're gonna need him
down the
stretch to a certain degree.
Yeah,
I get it. Pacheco's coming back, so that's gonna help. We obviously know that he'll be back in a few weeks. I don't know if it'll be next week, but it'll be within the next 2 weeks probably. But you have to give these dudes some burn a little bit.
You're gonna
they
have
gotta
to
get comfortable. Yeah. Getting the ball. This is why it drives me insane when Reed does this like that. He doesn't give these players enough experience and opportunity to mess up. So that's how you get better.
And you know what though? I don't necessarily this is my problem with that whole situation, because I get what you're saying, and when it comes to Reed, I don't necessarily think it's Reed. I think the offensive coordinator I think it's Matt Nagy. I think it's Matt Nagy. And I'll be honest with you, because Matt Nagy doesn't call the plays, that's up to Reed. But I think Matt Nagy, what he does is he puts guys in those positions, in those sets. And he's not putting these guys in these sets enough to be successful, right? So when he's making these calls, when Andy's making these calls, well, Nagy's already got it coordinated to where these guys are in these sets for these calls, and so they're going to be in.
Right.
And I don't think I don't think he's giving those guys a chance enough. Listen, you're right, absolutely right. Steele is he's in the running back room. P. Ryan is in the running back room. You're gonna have to get these guys touches. We know Pacheco is coming back, but he's not gonna be getting 15 carries a game, jump coming off the bat. So you got to get these guys ready.
That's going to be a gradual thing. It's going to be a gradual thing with Pacheco, because you don't want to rush him and give him 15, 20 carries the first game he come back. You ain't going to do that.
No.
You already know Reed not going to do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta get these dudes the ball a little bit more. Man.
I think
it doesn't make any sense.
I think that, to be honest with you, that Spagnuolo actually does a better job with getting young guys reps on the defensive side than they do on the offensive side. That's just the way I look at it, because I've seen it happen for years, right? And
he's doing it. He's doing a perfect job with Hicks right now. He kind of gradually,
and he's giving them more and more reps,
more involved. Exactly.
More and more downs to play on, more and more reps. He's getting a chance, and there's nothing like game reps, right? So This is the thing about the difference between the offense and the defense, and this is why I think that the defense has actually been performing as well as it has for the last 2 years, is because the continuity that they have with each other and the reps that they've gotten as they brought in new guys. They've also gotten them acclimated by getting them more game time reps and gradually working them in. The problem is on the offensive side that they're not doing the same thing, and I think a lot of that is due to the fact that Matt Nagy is not putting these guys in positions to actually excel.
Remember what I said about how they're relying on their older veterans a little too much?
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta get the young guys involved a little bit more. Look, Kareem has been doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
He's been doing a hell of a job, but he's not the old Kareem, right? He doesn't have that little burst to him no more. Now, he wasn't always the fastest player.
He ain't the Kareem that used to hurdle motherfuckers. He ain't that Kareem no more.
This is what I don't understand. Bro, he's fresh legs. He's 21 years old.
Give him a
He's
chance.
quicker. He's faster than fucking Hunt is at this point.
Winston just scored. He just dove into the into the end zone. He took a lick. But yeah, it's 16-6. They're going for a 2-point conversion right now. This could be. And he caught it. Njoku caught it. It's 18-6. 12 minutes left to go in the game in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Cleveland, it's a snow game too, man. I'm telling you, the snow is coming down. So, you're right, though. 21 years old. Give him a chance. Give him a chance to go out there and get some reps in. So, and speaking of, injuries, just to let everybody know. So, there's a list, and the list came out yesterday. And I want to say that Chamari Connor, he had the thumb injury. He was full practice on Wednesday. Brian Cook, safety, rib injury, full practice. Kareem Hunt, rib injury.
He's always on there.
Knee injury, full practice. Juju Smith-Schuster, hamstring injury, but he was a full practice today or on Wednesday. Isaiah Pacheco, running back, ankle injury, limited practice, and Charles Minhue, knee injury, is still on limited practice. So that may have changed.
So they took Mahomes off of there because he was on there previous weeks.
Yeah, he wasn't on there today.
With that ankle?
So now, here's what I'll say. That has not looked that good in a long time. I'm going to be honest with you.
Everybody's been banged up.
Yeah, the injury report has not looked that good in a long time. There was a lot of names on there, a lot of guys who were not even in full practice or limited practice. So, what I will say is this looks better, and I think it'll get better as time goes on. I'm looking forward to seeing Minhue come back to the fold and Pacheco, and I'm also looking to see when we wind up getting Hollywood Brown back. I think that will add a little spark to the offense, and it'll help Mahomes as well, because now he'll have another weapon that he won't have to, he won't have to really worry about a seasoned veteran weapon as well. So these are just things that are going to have to happen. Now, we've talked about the Chiefs, and what's going to happen, but we have a game against the Steelers that's going to be coming up not too long from now, right? And I think the Steelers are still, in that run, that race for the top position in the AFC. Now, if they lose this game, yeah, like you said, it doesn't help them at all. This hurts their chances. But that also makes that matchup between the Chiefs and the Steelers later on look very, very good. Very, very intriguing. And, we still have to wait and see what Buffalo is going to do, because they got a harder schedule than I was always like looking at their schedule. I was like, whew, okay. They got a couple of games on here. Now, don't get me wrong. They got some fucking shit games that are on there too. Because they got to play their division between the Jets. I mean, the Jets, that's going to be a win for them no matter what, I think. They're not going to lose to the Jets. I'm sorry, Jets fans. Y'all probably tired of my ass talking about y'all. But
we've seen stranger things.
I mean, it can happen. I mean, look what's happening tonight. The Browns are beating the Steelers right now.
All right.
So, but the game is not over. There's still 12 minutes. There's a lot of game left. So, what I'll say is this. I'm happy. I'm happy that we got this loss out of the way, because everybody's been waiting on it. And the one thing about it is that now this is not something that, as far as the stressors go, that you have to worry about anymore. It's off the table. It wasn't the thing that you were focusing on in the first place, but it was always there lingering in the back, you know. Hi, hey, remember us? We're talking about being undefeated. Remember that? We're still talking about, no, we're not. We're not talking about that no more. So the thing about it is now the only thing they have to focus on is being a better team, progressively get better as the end of the season gets here, and be ready to go into these playoffs and make a run to another Super Bowl title. That's all they have to be focused on now, nothing else. So I'm actually okay with the loss. And we talked about that last week when LaShawn McCoy did say, he said he thinks that maybe a loss would be good for the Chiefs. What do you think about that?
Right.
Do you think that that's a thing that, you know, losing is okay if it snaps you back into reality to
Yeah, because what it does is it smacks you in the face a little bit. It kind of, because once you get the taste of winning, you kind of forget the feeling of losing. And if you know the feeling of losing, you don't like that feeling. You know?
Yeah.
You want to get that feeling. It's like Leo said. Like Leo had a hell of a quote. He literally said, he was like, "We just got to remember this feeling about losing.
Yeah.
You don't like to lose.
No.
So if you don't like to lose, this is, you know, you got to change some shit. You gotta turn it around, get back to the drawing board,
and you got to come out. You got to come out more focused, more determined, and more. You got to feel like you got a pit in your stomach that you got to eat. No matter what, you have to eat, and you got to do whatever you can to get that belly full, right? So this is how that works. You know, you got to go out there and act like starved wolves. Everything that's out there, no matter what it is, you got to take it. And if they try to take it back, you bite their fucking hands off. Simple as that. That's what you have to act. That's what you have to act like. You have to understand that nobody in this league wants you to three-peat. We know that. No other team wants you to three-peat. The Patriots organization doesn't want you to three-peat. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't want you to three-peat. The Dallas Cowboys don't want you to three-peat. The San Francisco 49ers don't want you to three-peat. The fucking New York Giants don't want you to three-peat. The Green Bay Packers, I said them. The Green Bay Packers don't want you to three-peat. None of these teams want you to three-peat. So you have to understand that if everybody is against you and every time you play somebody, it's their Super Bowl, Buffalo, you got to actually go out there ready to destroy everybody. No matter what. And I'm not talking about going out there and scoring fucking 35, 40 points a game. If that's necessary, yes. But you take their fucking hearts from them. You know, I heard the guy tell me, nobody's scared of the Chiefs no more. Nobody's scared of the Chiefs no more.
You ain't got it. You know it's funny when people say that. I tell people all the time, it's like when they say, I ain't scared, like when you about to fight somebody. You ain't got to be scared to get beat up, bro. You really don't. You can still get beat up. You can not be scared all you want, but you still gonna get beat up.
You know what's funny about that is that when I heard this guy say that, he said, nobody's scared of the Chiefs no more. And I thought to myself, not scared of the Chiefs no more. Just a couple weeks back, I watched Baker Mayfield go to overtime against the Chiefs, lose the coin toss. I seen his blood. See, the thing about it is, situational football dictates that was a fucking lie. Ask the 49ers about situational football being up in 2 Super Bowls against the Kansas City Chiefs and how that turned out. Ask the Philadelphia Eagles how that turned out for them. See, you ain't got to be scared of the Kansas City Chiefs. But what you do need to do is be aware of who you're fighting. You can't bring a fucking knife to a gunfight. The thing about that is everybody else is out here trying to, get what they can, and everybody's wanting to fucking tell you about how the Chiefs ain't who they used to be. No, the Chiefs are still who they once were. They just do things in a different way now. And I still don't think that the Chiefs have shown their hand when it comes to everything that they have.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about what
do.
you know what's funny about what you said? Because like, I really want to put this in for bro. And let's just put this out there. If Mahomes, just these two players, if Mahomes and Worthy connected on all those passes that they missed, this is a completely different offense.
It is.
And I'm not talking about nobody else. You can take out all the other passes to everybody else. Just those two. If they connect on all those passes that they missed, and it wasn't like they missed by a lot. We're talking about inches. You know how y'all talk about that Ravens game about how
football is a game of inches. Football is a game of inches.
It's a game of inches, right? We're talking about inches. Worthy should have like 700-800 yards right now and like over 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, he could very easily have that.
Right now.
Yeah,
he should have it, but they've missed by this much. If they connect those, we're not even talking about the Chiefs' offense. Just off of those two alone. And that's the thing that people are missing, bro. Like, I'm telling y'all, if once they get it, and it's gonna happen. I guarantee. When they use the way they used him in that game that they just played against Buffalo,
yeah,
it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And if it happens in the postseason,
yeah,
okay.
Breaking, the Steelers just scored a touchdown with 7:47 left. Jalen Warren runs in for a touchdown, so it's now 18-13 with 7 minutes left to go in the game. Like I said, Steelers are not out. Still got a game, so we shall see. This is going to be good to see how this comes down to the last couple possessions. So, but you're absolutely right. Perception is a mother. It's a motherfucker. So you have to understand what side it is that you're looking on. If you hate the Chiefs, you love this, right? And you will find any reason to say why the Chiefs aren't as good as they were, this and that. It makes you feel good. Hey, that's fine. I know it hates, it sucks to lose, right?
And one of my boys told me Mahomes is washed.
Listen.
He said he's washed. I said, all right.
They just were 9-0, and it wasn't just because of the defense. Mahomes did have something to do with them winning those games. It's not washed.
Yeah.
It's just a different perspective right now. It's just a different style. And let's be honest. The tackle
never bring up the fact that he's missing all three of his receivers too.
Yeah, and the tackle situation.
The first two.
Yeah, the tackle situation does hurt them, especially that left tackle, right? That's been hurting them. So, but we will not let this be the situation that you guys are trying to make it out of. They're trying to make this out of. They're trying to give you that Patrick Mahomes is washed. I don't think that's it. I think Patrick Mahomes is in a situation now where he's going to have to work through this. And it may take up until the last game of the season. But like I said, Patrick Mahomes, playoff Mahomes, is completely different. Playoff Pat is completely different.
It's the real deal.
Than regular season Pat. And we know this to be true because we watched it numerous times. All I can tell you is, I hope y'all carry this same energy because I believe in Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And yes, I do still think they have as good a chance as anybody to win a Super Bowl, if not more, to win a Super Bowl again.
Bro, Mahomes,
three-peat champion.
Bro, I'll remind y'all, I've said this before, Mahomes has a 106 passer rating in the playoffs with 5,100 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions.
It's a different animal.
Now, if you want to put that in perspective, okay? We'll use Dak Prescott, who's been in the league longer
Yeah.
than Mahomes in the playoffs. Okay?
We're going to talk about them janky ass Cowboys. Is that what we getting ready to do? Them janky ass Cowboys.
So, in comparison, right? Dak Prescott has a 92 passer rating in the playoffs with 1,962 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions in 7 games. Mahomes is God, bro. It's not even like even if you do Lamar, like Lamar is not even close.
True.
Like people don't be thinking about what Mahomes has really done in the playoffs. Yeah, Lamar Jackson has a 75 passer rating in the playoffs. He only has 1,300 passing yards,
Fumble!
6 touchdowns. Oh, snap! Somebody fumbled.
Winston got sacked. Winston got sacked. Steelers got it back with 7:02 left to go. Oh my God, boy!
No, just putting that in perspective.
Hey, no.
Mahomes is on a different level.
Since we looking them up, look at Josh Allen's playoff record as far as playoff passing.
It's probably actually
Let's just see.
not bad.
Let's just see. I mean, they did.
Let me see.
They did just win a Super Bowl.
Mahomes still clears, but it's not bad though. He's at 100 passer rating. He's got 2,700 yards,
Okay.
21 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions in 10 games.
So,
Which is not bad, but it's just not fucking with Mahomes.
no,
obviously.
it's not bad. It's actually very good. But this is
Very
the reason
good.
why I said this has a lot to do with the simple fact that the Patrick Mahomes is a different animal in the playoffs. I'm just saying, you have to understand what you are dealing with. Touchdown. Oh no, never, you missed it. Never mind. You have to understand what you're dealing with.
Damn.
So,
Yeah, even Burrow is not. No, bro. Mahomes is the only quarterback of his generation that is doing anything close to this in the playoffs. It's not even a debate. Nobody else is doing even close to him when it comes to numbers in the playoffs. He's going to clear the rest of these quarterbacks. You know how you had in the Brady era, you had the Breeze, you had the
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, you had
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was in there.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Bro, these other quarterbacks, when it comes to playoff success and playoff numbers, somebody got to step their game up.
Yeah. It's
Somebody has to do something, or Mahomes is going to walk. He's going to walk into being the lead or the leader in these playoff stats, bro. This is ridiculous.
all I can tell you is right now is I'm hoping everybody misjudges us. I hope everybody misjudges the Chiefs. I hope everybody is talking about how we're not this. I hope everybody says we're not the team to beat. I'm going to say this again. I hope you all, hey, whoever you are, whatever your team is, touchdown. I just want to let you know that just happened. They just scored a touchdown.
For real?
Yep. They're going to review it, I'm sure. But I hope you all tell us that we're the underdog. I hope I hope everybody is picking us as be the underdogs now to win a Super Bowl. I hope we're not.
What do I say every year? What do I say every year? I hope we fly under the radar. I say this the last 2 years. What have I said?
Yep.
I said I hope the entire league.
It's something about that when the Chiefs get, they're not the team. They're not the team that everybody thinks they are. That everybody else is better.
Because it catches everybody off guard.
Catches everybody off guard.
They like, oh yeah, we know they the Chiefs, but they're not what they used to be.
They're not what they used to be.
And then they come out and win.
I love that saying. I love it when you guys use that. I mean, you're already using it now. It's almost like
I love it.
history's repeating itself again. I'm just saying. I mean, Buffalo did beat us again in the regular season. I mean,
they beat us the last 2 years, and you see what's happened with that. So
I'm just saying that
Just
I'm not
saying.
gonna say that's what's gonna happen. I'm not saying we're gonna win because
I am.
I'm just gonna say that I hope you guys do. I hope whoever it is that doesn't like us, I hope you guys understand that you don't have to like us. You can hate on us all you want to. You can tell us that we're the most overrated 9-1 team ever in NFL history. So go ahead. I'm okay with it. Just remember, you heard it here. Playoff Pat is only, what, a couple months away?
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Playoff Pat is coming. You know that's like it's like a movie. It's like a movie. Hey, y'all hear that? I swear to God, I heard it. You didn't hear that? It's kind of faint right now, but it's this humming, this very deep humming. This keeps getting stronger and stronger. That's what this is. Man,
Mahomes.
They've pissed him off. Did you not tell at that playoff? I mean, in that press conference, he was pissed. That man was so mad, and he was trying to bring it in.
Oh, Reed. I don't know if you've seen, but Reed was pretty hot too.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you watched the new New Heights with Kelsey and his brother.
Oh yeah.
But Kelsey was not very happy on there either. He was hot. He did not like the way that he played.
Nope.
He thought they didn't play very well.
No.
How they should have. So I'm gonna tell you right now, Mahomes got 15 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. I think Mahomes could still finish with 30 touchdowns.
Yeah.
In 7 games.
Did you see Kelsey clapping after?
Oh,
he was walking up?
I don't. Okay, so look about that, right? Because I seen that. Remember we was watching the game. I seen him do that, and I was just like, when he did that, I was like, yeah, we gonna be all right.
No, because Kelsey's taking
Because he knows. Yeah, he knows.
He's taking it
personal.
Okay, you guys got it. Everybody's going to discount the Chiefs. Okay, I guarantee you, the two guys you want in that locker room to keep your team hyped and to get up underneath their skin and to try to make them understand how much this means is Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. More so Travis Kelce, I think, than anybody. Travis Kelce.
I actually agree.
Travis Kelce is the hype man. He is the guy that's going to pump everybody up, I believe. And I believe he's going to say the right things. If you don't know this about Travis Kelce, I think Travis Kelce is a team guy all the way, and it does not matter what he's playing. He wants to win, but he's going to big up his team no matter what, and he's going to do whatever he can to make sure that his guys understand that he's got their back no matter what. I guarantee you that's the one guy I believe is the best locker room guy they have. I really believe
Hey,
that.
man, have you ever watched? Did you ever watch that thing with Clyde, the little sit down? It just came out probably like about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks.
I want to say I think I started it.
Man, listen.
Something happened. Excuse me. Something happened.
Hey,
way up past my bedtime.
That gave me watching that gave me a whole new look at Clyde. Like people talk about Clyde, and he didn't turn out how we wanted him to turn out as a number 1 pick. But man, bro, that watching that, I have a whole new outlook on Clyde, man. I gained a whole new respect for him. And that dude has been dealing with a lot. Like, I need people to understand that if you haven't watched that, I would encourage everybody to go watch that. That was very deep. And Travis Kelce, because this is why I brought it up.
Yeah.
You're 100% correct, because he literally said it himself. Travis Kelce is one of the few dudes on that team that he actually could talk to on that kind of level, like having those deep conversations, personal conversations and stuff like that. So
I believe Kelsey, just the way that they are, the Kelsey and Jason, the dynamic between those two brothers, and you look at them and how they interact with each other and the way people love Travis, I believe that is very, very, like, just natural. He's a caring, all about people kind of person, and he loves his family, and he considers his teammates family. And so I truly believe that that is the kind of person he is. He's the kind of guy that would have your back. If you needed anything, he'd give it to you in a heartbeat. You know, I believe both Kelsey's boys are like that. I do. I truly believe both Kelsey boys are like that. And shout out to mom and dad, because, hey, Mama
gotta
Kelsey,
come from
Daddy,
somewhere.
yeah, Mama Kelsey, Daddy Kelsey, they did they thing. Them is two incredible incredible men. Excuse me. I'm not gonna say young men. Incredible men. Those are two incredible men that have, you know, put their mark on the world, and in both situations. I mean, how many times do you get a chance to have two Kelsey boys, right, or two brothers play in the Super Bowl against each other?
Well, not even that. You're talking about two Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers on top of that.
Those two dudes are going to the Hall of Fame. You got two children, two boys that are going to the Hall of Fame, and they're both Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
Because Kelsey won the Super Bowl, or Jason Kelsey won the Super Bowl in 2017, if I believe.
Yeah.
So
it's happened before. It's happened before, but not when they played each other. Not when they played each other.
Right.
But,
exactly.
You know, but they're Hall of Famers on the field and Hall of Famers in life. These guys are incredible people. I love watching this show. I wish I could.
They're hilarious.
I wish I could do as well as their show, but I mean,
we getting there. We gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? Coming, man. But no, real talk. But I want to give shout out to Kelsey, and I really want to give a shout out to Clyde, because I think he's gotten a lot of bad rep from a lot of Chiefs fans. And look, I get it, but if y'all really understand what that man has been dealing with on a personal level, I think people will come to find that Clyde is I think Clyde was a very talented dude. Like,
there's no doubt he's a talented dude. That dude's very talented.
He was very talented. And he was, and this is the thing that I think a lot of Chiefs fans miss, is that when he was healthy and he was playing, he was very productive. It wasn't like he just wasn't doing anything. He was very productive. He was getting touchdowns. He was getting yards. It's not like he was just a dud. He was just sitting there doing nothing.
No,
and I think
was.
the thing with the situation he had going on, the injuries, and then obviously there was times where he wasn't having a very good game or a stretch of games. That kind of got to him a little bit. You know, that's a lot to take in. So everybody, I really want y'all to go watch that. It's very, very, it's very good. So
well, the Chiefs have good. I think they've done this a lot though, but the Chiefs have done right by a lot of players when it comes to off the field antics or things that have happened to players, and or just situations in general, right? The Chiefs have normally done pretty well by players and sticking by them, and this is no different. Even though Clyde hasn't played it down this year, they decided to bring him back, before all this happened, and I think they knew about what was going on somewhat, and they're sticking with Clyde.
Think about it. They could have easily just cut him.
Exactly. But
he's still on the team.
But that just goes to show you what kind of organization that you're
exactly.
That's the thing about these it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's bigger than money. Some companies could learn something from this. I'm just saying. Some companies could learn some, because I guarantee you this: if Clyde never plays a down again for the Kansas City Chiefs, there are other people out there who are witnessing what's happening with Clyde and how the Chiefs organization is handling it. And somewhere along the lines, it's going to come back tenfold as a blessing towards the organization.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that. Mm-hmm.
So you just have to keep it in perspective, right? So, like I said, it just goes to show you what kind of organization you're dealing with, right? This is just how it works. It's not about the money. Sometimes it's about the people. So, I want to say that if you do get a chance to to see the next game, right? Because I mean, you may be working, whatever, right? But the next game is the Panthers, and I want to say that the Chiefs were picked at 12 points, if I remember right.
It's like 11 and a half or something
11
like
and a half.
that.
Okay. I'm gonna say that I don't know what's particularly going to happen in this game because I haven't seen much of the Panthers this year.
No,
But
I'm going to tell you, the Chiefs need to blow this team out, period. They are bad. They are bad.
They are bad.
They do nothing. They do nothing good. Nothing.
They are bad. I will say
And
that.
I'm not even being funny. They're just not good.
But I'm hoping that the Chiefs don't overlook this team.
No, I don't think the
I don't
L.
think they will.
That's why I think the L. That's why I think the L was good.
Yeah.
If they would have won that game against Buffalo, and they was 10-0, that's the perfect trap game. You know, like
True.
it happened against the Colts. Remember we played the Colts that year.
That's true. That is
They were
very
probably
true.
the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
And they lost that game. They had no business losing that game. So I think the L helps, gets their mind a little bit refocused. And I think Mahomes, it's time. Listen,
It's time. He needs a big game.
from now on. No, we need from now on, for the rest of the season into the playoffs. Mahomes needs to be Mahomes. It's time. It's all this nonsense is over with. There's no excuse.
Like
Get
I
it
said,
done.
I believe playoff Mahomes is coming. So it doesn't worry me too much. But I would like to see Mahomes get a big game. I want to see the swagger. I want to see that swagger of Mahomes, right?
You know, we've seen that one play. Remember he threw that dart to Noah Gray. I think it was the second touchdown.
Oh, in the corner of the end zone. It was a corner of the end zone. Yeah.
Remember he slung. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
We want to see that Mahomes. And like we get it from time to time, but we need it. Mahomes that usually does it on a consistent basis. He hasn't really done that. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for Mahomes to turn it up a notch.
I'm hoping he gets a chance to do it this game. I hope he comes out determined to do it. So, well, look, I just got a ding on my watch saying, hey, get your old ass to bed. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to end this tonight by saying the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. And yes, they are human. They lost a game. Big whoop. All I can tell you is
I lost 6 games last year, y'all.
I don't discount them at all, right? So we want to thank everybody, Chiefs fans, even fans of, other teams, whoever it is that you may be. We want to say thank you guys for showing up. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about your team, if you want to talk about a game, maybe it's your team, maybe you're a Panthers fan. Maybe the Chiefs are going to be playing, I don't know, the Steelers, and you want to talk about them when that game gets ready to come up. Maybe you have a question about Russell Wilson. Leave it in the comments. We would love to hear from you guys and see what you guys have to say. Even if you just want to say, I hate you guys. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. We'll still answer you. We've done it before in the past. So we don't have a problem with that. But we want to say thank you guys for joining us today. And we hope you guys come back, watch more of our content, even some of the older content that we've put out. And every now and again, we we like to change it up a little bit. And sometimes we'll start off without even talking about the Chiefs. We'll start talking about, another team. College basketball is underway. NBA basketball is underway. My Boston Celtics just knocked off. Knocked off the undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah. What did I say about Dalton Connect?
Dalton Connect's gonna be a problem. Dalton Connect. I said. I said I did think he was very underrated in this draft. So I do think he's gonna be a problem. I give him some time though. He just give him some time. So, but yeah, everything's in full swing. It's getting ready to be that time, and Thanksgiving's right around the corner. So it's gonna be football and turkey and pies and fat asses on couches with their hands stuck in their
big back.
Big back, big back, big back, big back.
Yeah, I'm gonna need my own personal pumpkin pie, by the way.
Oh, hell. Listen, wait a minute now. Listen.
I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you. I'm gonna make sure I don't eat for 3 days before Thanksgiving.
Listen, at this point, because I'm going crazy. Man.
Hey man,
one time of the year you can actually go crazy.
I was telling the lady, I told my old lady, I said, hey, they got a sweet potato cornbread, honey cornbread.
I was going to send you that because I seen it too. I seen it. I said that shit look good, bro.
I said I need to try that. That looks fantastic.
Terrible.
This is why it's hard to lose weight, man. Because they got all this. I be looking at that, and here I am. I'm looking at that while I'm drinking my protein shake, going, God damn, that looks good.
Man, I'm telling you. I seen that, and the first person I thought of was you. I was like, oh, this is right up Dad's.
Ooh, yes, buddy. I seen that damn near. I did.
No, straight up.
What? I said, ain't no way in hell. I said, why have I not known about this before?
I need a pumpkin pie version of that, though.
Man. Ooh, yeah. God, so it's gonna be a lot of stuff going on, and we want to tell you guys, we're gonna try to get a show out before Thanksgiving, right? Something you guys can watch over the break or whatever. But if we don't, and if this is the last one, we want to tell everybody happy Thanksgiving. We hope you guys get a chance to spend it with your loved ones, friends and family, and you enjoy your time with them. And if anything else, if you don't have anything else going on in between maybe one of the games or so, remember this show, turn us on, and have a laugh or two. And we'll see you guys again at the Cave Cast. Y'all take it easy.